Hi, this is Alex from phpacademy.org, and this is a video tutorial for the new Boston. In the last part we looked at jQuery fade in, where we faded in an image on our web page and we used a callback function to say when the effect had completed. In this tutorial we're going to look similarly at fade out, but essentially this is going to do the same thing but backwards. So we have our display none on our image. Now let's go ahead into effects and actually get rid of the majority of, well, all of this code actually. Okay, so we've got our image that is not displayed at the moment, and we have our feedback div here. Let's go ahead and refresh the page and you'll see that we've got nothing on at the moment. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some event handlers to create this effect when two different buttons are pressed. So we're going to create a hide and a show button. So let's go ahead and create an input type button, and the ID of this can be show, and let's copy and paste that, and we'll do exactly the same thing but hide. Let's give both of these a value as well so we know which one's which. So show and value equals hide. Okay, so let's go ahead and preview the page. You can see that we've got this show button and this hide button. When I click on the show button, I want the animation to fade in and tell me underneath when it's loaded. And the same with hide. I want to fade the image in and tell me underneath when that has been hidden as well. So let's go ahead and over to our effects.js file. We need to reference these buttons to be able to create an event handler for both of them. So with show and the same with hide. So the first one I'm going to do is show. So I reference show and then I say dot click, and inside of this I need to create a function and the block of code that's going to be run when we click this button. So function, I'll bring the block down so we can work inside of here, and now I'm going to reference the image itself, which I've given an image ID of image. So let's go ahead and say image dot fade in. Now I'm going to give the fade in function two parameters. The first one is going to be slow. In fact, let's just do 3 seconds. And the next is the callback function to let me know when this animation is complete. So function, and then a block, bring the block down, and in here I want to add some text to this image feedback div. So let's say hash image feedback.html, image has been loaded, image has been shown. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can go ahead and test our show button. Let's click show. Let's just create a line break so that looks a bit nicer, or paragraph, I guess. Okay, and we'll go back to our browser. So when we click show, the image fades in, and then we're showing this image has been shown in the div that we created below. So now we're going to do the same for hide. Let's go ahead into effects.js. So we need to reference the hide button to see if this has been pressed. So hide dot click, and inside here we need to create again a function with a block, bring the block down, and we need to do exactly the same thing, but this time we are hiding it. So image dot fade out, so we're using the fade out function now, which works in exactly the same way as the fade in function. We give it the same parameters as well. So we're going to fade out at a speed of 3 seconds. We're going to create a function which is our callback function, and this is going to put some text into the image feedback div, image has been hidden. So we can again say $, and in brackets image feedback, and then .html, and inside here image has been hidden. So now that we've done this, we can go into our browser, refresh the page, we can click show, which will fade in this image, and we have the callback function create this text in that div for us, image has been shown, and then when we press the hide button it fades out and we have image has been hidden. So these fade in and fade out effects are extremely useful for things like galleries, displaying images. However, you can feel free, like I said in the last part of the tutorial, to use them on any particular HTML element.